Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Baves here. Thank you for joining me in this video where I'm finally going to be talking about centering. I know it's taking me like 6 months basically to make this video because Black Ops 3 came out in November. We're already 6 months into its life cycle, but trust me, centering is a tip. It's a strategy that you can apply really to any Call of Duty game, and I pretty much think any FPS in general. I really don't know because I don't play Call of Duty, but I'm pretty sure you could apply it to any first-person shooter in general. So basically what centering means is centering is taking those little crosshairs that are in the center of your screen and kind of placing them or aligning them to where you think another person's gonna be, so that when you start to shoot or start to hip fire, those initial bullets in your hip fire spread are actually gonna be on target in a way that you're not aimed in, right? But they're gonna be, in the general direction that you want to shoot. So let's talk about why centering actually might work and why it actually is a really good thing that you want to incorporate into your everyday gameplay. So a lot of people, I think, play Call of Duty by pretty much just shooting first and then adjusting for their aim, even though that's really the wrong way to go about it. I think that's how a lot of people play the game. So centering is basically taking those first initial bullets that you're shooting, right, and making it work for you better and making it work for you in a way that you're going to win more gunfights. So when you're centered, you're basically going to get more bullets off faster, you're going to get more bullets on target, and ultimately what the goal here is to get like better time to kill, right? So when you center your gun and when you center your hip fire spread, you're basically going to have a more guaranteed chance of winning gunfights, especially close quarters gunfights. This works a lot better for SMGs, and it works a lot better for pistols and even shotguns. Shotguns, I think, is an extremely good example of centering and how to center. Like, think back to the days of Black Ops 2 with the Remington. When you have a laser sight on the Remington, you're always going to be trying to center your crosshairs to where you think the other person's going to be. You don't want to aim in, right? You don't want to strafe with the Remington, obviously, but you're going to want to sort of, if this makes any sense, pre-aim with your hip fire. I think that's a really good analogy, but it's not necessarily pre-aiming while you're aimed in, but you're kind of getting, your crosshairs aligned to where you think the other person's going to be. So that's basically what centering is. It just helps you win a lot more gunfights, and genuinely it's one of the easier things you can implement into your everyday gameplay, and it's one of the things that's really going to make you better, sort of just automatically better, because as I said, you're going to get more bullets off on target, you're going to get a faster time to kill, and you're basically going to have a better chance at winning a lot more gunfights because you don't have to adjust your aim so much, and you're basically always going to be ready to be in a gunfight. That's basically what centering means, and I think centering is one of the best tips I can give you guys. That's why I wanted to make it the first episode of my sort of gun guide, or like how to get better gun skill series that I'm definitely going to be bringing you guys in the future. It's definitely a vital part of playing Call of Duty better, and you're gonna notice if you watch any pro player or anybody that's really good at this game, you're gonna notice that they're gonna be centering oftentimes, because it definitely helps you win more gunfights, and that's pretty much what it is. It's just a way to win more gunfights. So now that I've told you guys what centering is and like pretty much like the theoretics of how to center and all that stuff, I actually want to go into detail about when not to center, because believe it or not, you're not always going to want to be centered, or rather you're going to want to be centered in specific ways. Essentially, it's kind of hard to explain, but I'm going to be showing you guys actually gameplay or footage of me doing this, or what I'm explaining to you guys. So let's say you're here in I'm an aquarium right here, facing a doorway, kind of camping in a corner, right? So I'm centered with my gun really close to the doorway. That's not such a good idea, because when the other person runs through that doorway, they're going to be running too fast for me to actually adjust my aim. I mean, I'm still going to be able to adjust my aim, but if I was centered in a different position, if I was centered, having my crosshairs where I think there would be after they start running into the room, then I would just have to start shooting, aim in, and get the kill, right? So this example here, I'm showing you guys of me correctly centering against the doorway and me incorrectly centering against the doorway. Basically, you're just taking the same principle of thinking like where the other person's gonna be versus like where you should center your gun. And so in this scenario here, I'm centering my gun a little bit off center, off of the direct entrance to the doorway, because obviously they're not going to be right near the doorway when they come into the room. Also, one thing I will also tell you guys about is you're not going to want to be centered in long range gunfights because that's actually not such a good idea. In long range gunfights, you want to definitely be aimed in as many times as possible, because when you're aimed in at long range, you have more control over your gun, and when you're centered, you have more control over the sway or how to align your gun, if that makes any sense. And you don't really need that control of like the sway of your weapon at long range. You kind of just want to be on target at all times. So that's basically it, guys. That's my guide on centering, when to center, when not to center. I would say for a majority of gameplay, just around the map, I would say 90%, 90 to 95% of the time, you're definitely going to want to be centered. It's going to help you win pretty much most of your gunfights, if not all of your gunfights, more easy, because you're going to get more shots on target, you're going to get a lower time to kill, basically. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video right there. I'm sorry it took me so long to upload this. I know that this is like an extremely important tip that I should have uploaded like months ago, but I finally did. I'm sorry guys, it's just the timing. I really don't have a lot of time to make Call of Duty videos, even though I play this game a lot. It's just editing and recording all the footage and all that stuff. But if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe for more content like it in the future. I'm going to be bringing you guys like more guide sort of tip and trick videos, stuff like that, and of course gameplay, because I do play this game a lot. Hopefully gonna get more nuclears, stuff like that in the future. So if you like any of that content, be sure to subscribe, be sure to like the video if it did help you, and be sure to comment down below letting me know if this actually did help you. Do you have any tips you want to share for people watching this video, or in general any tips you want to share? That would be really cool. So thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Peace out.